Hello again. One of the things that most of my students struggle with is grammar. Many students struggle with common grammar errors such as comma slices in fused sentences, fragments, irregular verbs, commas. Commas are a big one, by the way. Many people make errors with commas. Parallel structure can be problematic, pronoun agreement, subject-verb agreement, word choice, many things. I find one of the most helpful resources for my students is this website right here. If you go up to the URL, you can see right here, chompchop.com/exercises. We have plenty of exercises here at Grammar Bytes for you to practice using. You might notice in many of my responses to your papers that I'm going to point out different grammar errors that you happen to use repeatedly. Very likely, I will be directing you to this website for exercises at Grammar Bytes, and you'll be practicing these. I'll likely have you print a confirmation page when you're done to show that you've completed the process. So let's say, for example, we have a student named Susan. Susan struggles significantly with fragments in her essay writing. I have commented on Susan's paper, and I've sent her over to Exercises at Grammar Bytes to practice her fragments. So, on this homepage, I'm going to show you how to navigate towards completing your practices. On the homepage, you'll look through the list here for whatever common grammar error I pointed out to you. Susan needs to work on her fragments, so we'll click Fragments right here. Here, there are multiple exercises for Susan to use in order to improve her fragments knowledge. We're just going to do exercise 1 together to get an idea of how to do it. Now, one thing you might want to do before you begin the exercise is to keep track of your answers with this accompanying handout. In order to keep the handout open to the side, you'll simply right-click it and choose Open Link in New Tab. This way, up here at the top, you will see your worksheet that will list all of the answers so that later you can go back and you can check your answers. So to begin the exercise, select Interactive Exercise. You're going to read each passage that follows, and you'll use your mouse to choose the part that is a fragment. In order to keep track of your answers, again, we have the accompanying handout right here over in our second tab. If you're unsure which choice to make, consult the rules. Again, you can select the rules here to tell. Click Start here. Read the passage below. Use your mouse to choose the part that is a fragment. Susan reads the passage. It says Maria wasn't watching her plate of barbecue very carefully. So Santana, the family beagle, snatched a chicken leg hanging over the edge. As baked beans and potato salad slid onto Maria's new sandals. Susan thinks that the third sentence is a fragment, so you go ahead and you click the third sentence. So yes, indeed, Susan is a grammar star. She found the fragment. You can get an explanation to see exactly why you are correct. But get an explanation, and here you get a full explanation as to why the third part is indeed the fragment. Here it says the third part is a subordinate clause fragment. This part has a subject, beans and salad, and a verb, slip. But the subordinate conjunction, as, keeps it from making a complete thought. Now, if you aren't sure about these grammar words, you can always click them to find out exactly what these things are. Remember, we've covered these in a previous video. What is a subordinating conjunction? You can see that in our dependent clause fragment slideshow that we talked about previously. If you don't know what a subject is, you would click Subject, and this would bring you to a page that would discuss exactly what a subject is and would explain how you could use it. Overall, this website is extremely helpful, and it will help you substantially. Now, if you wanted to go to the next passage, you would click Go to the next passage, and again, we have this again. Read the passage below. Use your mouse to choose the part that is a fragment. Here we say, ever since Andre peeked at Melissa's paper during the biology exam, guilt has consumed him. Even the blueberries floating in his cereal bowl seem like the accusing eyes of Dr. Gregory, his biology instructor. Susan isn't really sure what the fragment is in this sentence, but this second sentence seems pretty short, so she wants to choose this. Let's see what happens.
Oh no!
When you get the answer wrong, it tells you exactly what happened. So sorry, but that answer Susan selected doesn't deserve any special treatment. It was not a fragment, And again, we can get another explanation. We chose the second part, guilt has consumed him. This part does have a main clause. Guilt is the subject, has consumed is the verb. A fragment will not have a main clause, so it will be missing a subject or a verb. All of these things are thoroughly explained in Grammar Bytes. You can see again all the different grammar types that you can practice here. Make sure to use Grammar Bytes thoroughly while writing, just to make sure that you're practicing the things that you struggle with and improving your skills. Thanks for watching.